Dating back over 100 years and boasting a course fittingly voted one of the top 100 in England, Camberley Heath is a heathland classic. A tree-lined haven in Surrey, within striking distance of London, it's a members' club rightly proud of its heritage that also welcomes visitors. The brainchild of one of golf's most famed designers, there's little surprise it stood the test of time.
So yeah, it's a Harry Colt design course, built in 1913. At the time it was very prestigious. It was the most expensive club, so quite exclusive upon opening. Kind of lost its way slightly over the last 100 or so years. It's changed construction-wise and people had various inputs and it's evolved a lot. So over the last few years we've had an expert architect come in Frank Pont, and we've tried to go back to the original heritage designs, looking over old maps and old architectural drawings to try and get all the character back as Harry Colt originally wanted the course to play. His philosophy was following the natural contours and lay of the land. So you look at a lot of the bunkering, it should all naturally blend in with what its surroundings. I often say a lot of courses kind of go to this American style where it's placed and positioned, and there's a certain element to that positioning, but it has to look natural and it has to blend in. Obviously golf has changed a lot over the last 100 years, so people are hitting the ball further. Some of the original bunker positions don't really suit the modern game, so that's something that we've looked into, and any new position bunkers, we're trying to incorporate that for the game, but also still look natural as if it's been there for 100 years.
The desire to celebrate Colt's original design is clear, and many of the picturesque holes would be signature material at many other courses across the UK. Colt was a par 3 specialist though, and crafted a few mini masterpieces when bringing Camberley Heath to life.
It's a tricky little gem. It's not a bomber's course. You really have to think your way around it, and it's got some fantastic signature holes. The 8th being one of them, which is a par 3. From the middle tees, it's 232 yards, and we actually had a father and son hole-in-one on that hole in the same competition back to back, and which went into the Guinness Book of Records.
The par 3s we have here are, a second to none. They're really challenging. You have to think. The second is a highly elevated tee to a highly elevated green with 3 different plateaus on the green, so the pin positions are always interesting and you always have to think about your placement of the shot. It offers up great views, and the bunkering, now that it's back to the original bunkering, really is a challenge for golfers.
It feeds into you, you play it often enough and then you get to know all its little quirks and you just want to keep trying and trying and trying. I always want to come back to Camberley Heath. I can't really put my finger on it. It's just a great course to play on, it really is.
The course measures just 6,400 yards, modest by modern standards, but this classic of its genre still packs a punch. Making the most of Mother Nature's arsenal, the natural contours of the land and the free-flowing heather have made sure players here have encountered a stern test for over a century.
The main defences are natural defences. There's huge heather mounds on 18 and 3. They're sort of very unique to the course, and you certainly don't want to be in those.
It is a tricky course. You have to really pace your way around and play it into the right positions, because the heather will grab you, and if you go into the heather, very difficult to get out. But it's a play and reward course. If you get it in the right place, you are rewarded, especially on the 18th here, which is a stunning last hole. The
third par 5, you really got to think about that. Placement of shot is key, and that's what I like about the course. Every feature is natural, so it all blends in and fits well. Golf in general has been very Americanised, and it's nice to have clubs like this, and I mean Walton Heath and the British Masters getting publicity to shorter, trickier courses, more original designed courses for original golf, how it's supposed to be played. So that's I think is a great characteristic of Camberley Heath.
There's a real passion here to embrace the history of the club while gently modernising. With this in mind, what does the future hold for this glorious old club?
The industry is in decline generally across the country, and we're trying to work hard here at Camberley Heath to welcome anybody interested in the sport. We've got a great ladies academy here, good youth programme, and we want anyone who's interested in playing the sport to come down, to get involved. They'll be most welcome. So it's about growing the membership, it's about offering memorable experiences. We do weddings, we do functions and celebrations here, so anyone in the community who wants to cross the threshold into our club and have a social experience or a sporting experience, they're more than welcome. We've got a new board who are committed to progressing the club. They've done ever so well so far, and they've got huge plans for the future. We're going to redesign the clubhouse and produce a more modern environment. They want to improve the course still. We've got to complete our bunker construction project, and they're committed, and so is the team here on site. So I can only see a bright future for Camberley Heath.